Welcome back. Today we have something different for you. Not a tutorial, but the weekly challenge number 15. It takes us to Gilly, the moon of Eve. Here you can see the mission description from the KSP forum. Level 1, land on Gilly, or as it's called here, dock with Gilly. Why? Gilly has such a low gravity that landing feels almost like docking. Level 2, dock on Gilly, plant a flag and safely return to Kerbin. Level 3, use only a jetpack to land a Kerbal on Gilly, plant a flag, return to the ship in orbit, only using the jetpack, and safely return to Kerbin. Level 4, the same as level 3, but utilizing aerobrakes. More on that later. Of course, we are going for level 4. Of course. Let's take a closer look at who we are dealing with here. Gilly is the moon orbiting Eve. Essentially, it's just a rock with very low gravity, 0.005 meters per second squared. Let's build the rocket. We definitely need a command module with space for one Kerbal. For landing, we need a parachute. For re-entry, a heat shield. I also like to have a battery on board for some power backup. And since the reaction wheels have been nerfed in KSP2, I like to add one or more extra. Solar panels are a must and communication antennas are essential equipment. I'm placing 4 of them to distribute the weight evenly. Let's see how much fuel we'll need for this mission. According to the trip planner, we should have a little over 10,000 delta V. Then add 2 stages with tanks and engines and our vehicle is ready. This time I played around with the customizable colors for the first time. How do you like it? To minimize the fuel required for the transfer to Eve, we fast forward the time to the appropriate transfer window. And here we go. We'll use K2D2 again for the ascent to 100 kilometers. Having arrived at our apoapsis of 100 km, we immediately plan the transfer to Eve. And while we're at it, I can explain the aerobrake maneuver. It involves flying close to a planet with an atmosphere, using atmospheric friction to slow down and either be forced into an orbit or at least be supported in reaching orbit with minimal delta V. And that's exactly what we're doing here at Eve. Now, of course, we don't want to go to Eve, but to the moon Gilly, so another transfer awaits. Now it's time to get our Kerbal out and make our way to Gilly. But wait, the EVA button is disabled. Apparently something is blocking the way? Oh no, please tell me it's not the small antenna in front of the hatch that's preventing us from getting out. Now you see why it's so important to test all the steps before a mission. Of course, I didn't do it here, obviously. So, what to do? Well, I'm not going to fly the entire mission again up to this point, so back to the VAB, I rearrange the antennas and use a mod called Lazy Orbit to teleport to the correct position with the corrected chip. Now we can continue. First, we raise our orbit to 50 kilometers. With the 30 kilometer orbit, I constantly had the issue that the ship eventually fell onto Gilly while our Kerbal was exploring the surface. So we disembark, release and activate RCS. Then we move a bit away from the ship and briefly accelerate retrograde until our periapsis becomes negative, meaning we will make contact with the ground. From here on, it's just descending. We should, of course, be careful not to crash into the ground too quickly. Nice and soft. Done. Now let's place the flag real quick and this part of the mission is complete. Let's head back. Since Gilly has such a low gravity, it's very easy. We simply walk in the direction of our desired orbit and jump off. As you can see, this already gives us an apoapsis of 3 kilometers. Now we just need to assist a bit with the RCS thrusters and we have an apoapsis of 50 kilometers. Once we are close to our ship in orbit, we use the RCS thrusters to perform the rendezvous and re-enter. For the transfer back to Kerbin, we naturally wait for a suitable transfer window again, and then it's off to home. We also apply the aerobrake maneuver at Kerbin. This time we lower our periapsis to approximately 40 kilometers. That should slow us down enough that we don't even reach an orbit, but go straight into landing. And there we are, safely back on Kerbin. We've traveled approximately 550,000 kilometers. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave a like or subscribe and let me know in the comment if you would like to see more weekly challenge missions on this channel. Thanks, bye bye.